MS-10 monophonic synthesizer from about 1978, I'm guessing. When I was a little kid, I owned one of these, and it was one of the first affordable synthesizers out there. The Moog was out there, but that cost a lot of money. I forget what I paid for this. But anyway, getting on to what it is. One note, monophonic. And we have the usual synthesizer layout with our voltage-controlled oscillator, with our octave selection, which is shown in organ stop feet, 32 feet, 16 feet, 8 feet, and 4 feet. I'll show you what that sounds like. Simply picking an octave. Here is our waveform. We have what looks like sawtooth there. And then a triangle, or is that, no, that's a sawtooth. There's a triangle. That's a triangle. And now we have a sawtooth for a little grittier sound. Immediately going into Led Zeppelin mode with the sawtooth. And then we have pulse width and pulse width modulation, which gives you a nice sound, which I'm phasing with the patch cable. I know I'm going all over the place here. The pulse width modulation is being altered by the modulation generator here, which you can hear because I'll speed it up. See, when it's all at the lowest, you can get a nice phase effect. And then we have pitch for tuning and detuning, and our pulse width for our square wave. Going on to our filter. This is the, well, some say the most important part of the, or any synthesizer. It's a voltage-controlled low-pass filter, which is a fancy word for something that lets high frequencies through. Low frequencies through. Low pass. Wow. Get it right, Mike. The sweep of a low-pass filter is one of the most familiar sounds in synthesizer right here. You've all heard that one, and especially with bass. And this peak here can pick a frequency which it really boosts to the point where it can self-oscillate. So you're hearing two notes there. You're hearing the E that I'm playing here, that do, and you're hearing a high pitch going up over that. That's the filter itself, what's called self-oscillating. If we turn this up enough, we can really get some say harsh and some say weird frequencies. Putting this on other waveforms will give you a moving in stereo type sound, if you've ever heard that song. Not a very good emulation, but anyway, that explains the filter. Envelope generator is about how quickly things go in like a tack. Here it's instant. We can delay it. Decay is what the time it takes to bring it to the sustained level, and release time is how long it takes once you release the note. And if I didn't mention this, this is all 100% analog. not digital at all. This is all real resistors and capacitors and all sorts of circuitry that I have absolutely no clue about making this stuff. Today's modern synthesizers use virtual resistors and circuits to emulate this stuff. And they sound very, very good and very, very close, but there is nothing at all that sounds like the real thing. I forgot a bunch of stuff here. Besides the triangle, sawtooth, and squared pulse modulating waves, we have our fun noise. Let's go left to right with our triangle, sawtooth, square or pulse, and you'll all be very familiar with noise. And especially when we sweep the noise low pass frequencies with the resonance here down. You've all heard this. It's called sounding like a thunderstorm. Make that sounding like wind. Playing with the peak resonance, you can actually even get some wind howl effects. Well, there you go, and a fast sweep of that gives you a nice sound effect used often as a sort of laser. And speaking of modulation, you can make this thing just go nuts. So pitch bend on a mod wheel. I haven't even gotten into the patch bay where you can route things like I am here. The mod wheel is now altering the frequency. I can have it alter the pulse width modulation, an external signal in, the cutoff frequency. We can also use the modulation generator in a triangle wave, which gives you a vibrato type sound, or a square wave, which will give you a gated type sound. So if you're looking for that bass pulse, again, the fun of this is that it's all analog, all real time. There is zero lag. Well, the lag time is the time it takes the electrons flowing through these wires to get to their place. So the lag time is the speed of light, literally. I've used machines where 8 milliseconds of lag time is forever. And there you go. So just going through a quick sweep of all the stuff here. And that's the Korg MS-10.